heroes who look like you and me, all for one to save humanity, fighting off the evil virus entities. It's now or never. Before long, the darkness will arrive, transforming all humans in virus-like demons, aliens, enemies of the whole free world, destroyers of the planet Earth. We own virus attack. We own virus attack. We own virus attack. We own virus attack. We own virus attack.
Diamond, Golden, August, Silver, and Black. Ready to go.
This is unbelievable. Certain people can be genetically modified to act as an antivirus.
Yes, and if we can locate the correct individuals, there may still be some time. Oh, hold on. Look at this. I think we've got something.
Zuri Hamidi in Africa? No, that's too far. We don't have the luxury of time to fly halfway around the world.
Don't worry, there's more virus here.
Huh? But that data's unreadable.
It's a damaged file. When the virus broke into Neos, all the data was lost.
Let's keep going. I'd like to think they couldn't possibly have damaged everything. Rodan Miloke. That's good. Where do we find him?
Unfortunately, the file is incomplete. It's useless.
Oh, this is useless. The virus has completely corrupted the system. We'll just have to think of something else.
Now hold on a moment. I've found two more. And they're both right here in Octavia, Edward. One's a boy and the other's a girl. I don't think it's going to be too hard to track them down. Come look.
Amazing, right here in Octavia. One Alice Benton. Yes, there's still time.
We can't split up the team now. Look, George, we'll find David and explain everything to him.
Why bother? You heard what he said. He made it clear that he wants to be alone. What's the point?
What happened to you to turn you into such a cynic? David saved both our lives. Does that mean nothing to you?
Yeah, we're alive, but it's simple. I just don't have a teamwork mentality. To tell you the truth, I never have.
Ah, I see. And yet here you are following me.
Where on earth could the assault team be? Satirius and Wassatir should be here by now. What's keeping them?
Let's hope this time everything went smoothly. I don't know what to say to Saderno.
I'm sure they're fine.
Your predictions aren't exactly comforting. I don't like this feeling. I'm worried.
When it comes to failure, speak for yourself. Our viruses won't make the same stupid mistakes. So, any success? Report!
Neela. We must concentrate our efforts on the antivirus.
What, now? But we should look for the girl, shouldn't we?
We need to first resynthesize my formula. Otherwise, the search won't do us any good.
Edward, are you sure? I wouldn't even know where to begin. The formula was destroyed.
We'll work the whole night through if we have to. We're not leaving this lab until we're finished. The first step is to find the correct polluting elements, and we'll have to go according to my notes.
If we go by your notes, that could take days.
We don't have days. Don't you realize my son is out there on his own? It's my fault. Now let's get to work on that antivirus before it's too late.
David, are you in there?
Huh?
It's us.
It would be best to let them in.
Good morning, Professor Amaldi. My name is Alice, and this is my friend George.
We've been looking all over for David. Have you seen him?
Edward, I can't believe it. It's the two we need.
What? Are you sure?
Professor? Are you okay?
You ignorant buffoons! You were defeated again by this human?
Forgive us, Sovereign. We tried everything. We would have succeeded had it not been for the human's trap.
Trap? What sort of trap?
The human led the viruses to the park in Octavia. There's all that insufferable clean air in the park, and it makes your viruses vulnerable.
I'm surrounded by half-wits. If you don't bring the human to me soon, you'll all be banished to eternal exile. Do you understand?
But my king, our viruses can't exist in these areas deprived of pollution. Tell us what we should do.
We'll have no choice but to use the Ex-Manis. We've spent years preparing them for this unique purpose. They may look like a typical virus, but their unique chemical composition allows them to exist in areas that are free from contamination.
But Sovereign, this wasn't the plan we discussed. The Ex-Manis were our last resort.
What sort of generals are you? An able strategist always knows how to face unforeseen events. Our unique virus will destroy the human. Get to work. Next time I won't be so forgiving.
Now do you understand why we were so surprised?
So what you're saying is David's blood is different somehow?
And these files confirm that Alice and I may be just like him?
All persons with modified DNA have been cataloged by the Neos.
To fight pollution.
But surely I would have heard from my parents if I was different.
And I don't remember my family saying a word to me.
Nobody would have even known about the list had it not been for the viruses.
When my laboratory at the Neos exploded, some of my experimental formula entered David's bloodstream and altered his DNA. As a result, he became a walking antivirus.
And you want Alice and I to become like that too?
If we can transform you into an antivirus just like David, you will be able to battle the monsters just like he did.
I realize this isn't going to be an easy decision, and we know we're putting you in a terrible position. You may be humanity's last hope.
Edward, give them some time. This decision will change their lives forever.
Everything has to be different now. With Alice, George, my father, everyone. How could I possibly maintain any relationships after what I've become? If only you were here, Mother. Then I would know what to do.
What do we do now? We'd have never known about this if we hadn't gone to that stupid boat. Alice, are you even listening?
I'm sorry. I just never thought of myself as different. Did you?
Not really. My parents always said they were fortunate. Now I know what they meant. I always thought that I was normal. And you?
Now I don't know what's normal.
Do you remember anything unusual from your childhood?
Nothing really, but maybe a falling star?
A falling star?
Oh, how I wish someone would take me away from here, to someplace magical. A falling star. I wish upon a falling star.
Instead of going back to the house, that evening, I followed that falling star to the spot where it landed.
You know, maybe that's where the mutation happened.
What are we going to say to Professor Amaldi?
Don't tell me you're considering his offer.
But the two of us just might be the last hope for Octavia.
You believe that? And why? Because of what some crazy professor said? You can count me out.
I can't believe you. The fate of humanity rests on our shoulders and you're only thinking of yourself.
So I'm selfish for not wanting to turn myself into some hideous monster.
But it's more than that. And if you can't see it, then I'll just have to go through with this on my own. It's too bad you don't want to come so I can feel safer.
Oh, so that's it, huh? Listen, Alice, I don't care what you think, so spare me the guilt trip.
Well, you know what? Now I know why you and I never got together in the first place.
Oh? Bye.
It's almost dawn, but I can't give up yet, even though I'm exhausted. Finally, the last darn page. Huh? Oh. Edward, it's done.
There's no hope? Nothing?
There's nothing else we can do. Except maybe one last thing.
Neither. It's obvious. You were right all along. It'll take us months. We couldn't possibly accomplish everything in one night.
So, does that mean you're giving up?
Neela, my colleague, what other choice do we have?
You asked for a choice.
I thought you decided not to go through with it.
Look, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I guess maybe, I was being selfish. I've got no excuses. So?
That's cool. It's a tough decision. That guilt trip stuff was probably not the most mature thing I could have done, but you gotta admit I'm good at it. See, I always had faith in you. It looks like I wasn't wrong.
And I couldn't leave you. Well, Alice, let's get to it.
George, you're terrific. Even if you have been, genetically modified. Huh? Oh.
Alice, George, there you are.
Listen, David, I want you to know that you're not as alone as you might think.
Yeah, your dad dropped a bomb on us. We've been welcomed into the family.
Our time has come. The X-Manis will destroy Diamer. Your Earth will be destroyed as our world was. A civilization swept away in a blink of an eye. What do you mean, Erpagan? Nothing. Just thinking out loud. Why don't you choose an X-Mani? I choose Ormark. Go get the human called David and bring him back to us, dead or alive. Very good. Egorex and Exur have been activated. The end is close at hand.
Okay, guys, we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1.
5 heroes who look like you and me, all for one to save humanity, fighting off the evil virus entities. It's now or never. Before long, the darkness will arrive, transforming all humans in virus-like demons, aliens, enemies of the whole free world, destroyers of the